And good afternoon, my Facebook family and friends. I am your girl Michelle of Bold and Beautiful Conversations. Before we get started, let me put a question on your mind, and I want you to think about it as the talk is going. And I want you to respond at will at the bottom. So here's our question for today. Do you find yourself looking to others to tell you when to do something? When you're getting ready to make a big decision about a job, an outfit, a relationship, a destination, that goes to a vacation, anything, do you look for people to tell you what to do? And then that's when you act. Or are you fully capable of self-validating yourself without others telling you what to do? I'm going to give you a few key things that you can think of or that you could do to ensure that you self-validate yourself. Now, let me just give you a little bit of background about self-validation because I suffered with it in the past and I do suffer with it a little bit right now, trying to validate myself, trying to be okay with the decisions that I'm making without stumbling on, oh, should I do it? Should I not do it? Should I do it? Should I not do it? Okay, yes, sometimes, and I find myself doing it a lot. I do. I do look to Tara a lot of times. I do look to my sister a lot of times. I do look to other friends a lot of times to say, hey, it's okay to go ahead and do that. But I would already know that it's okay to do it because I'm the one that came up with the initial thought of doing it or with the initial idea. So how come I have to ask others, what should I do? So it's a difference in getting opinions, getting advice, and then doing exactly what people say do. Opinions and advice only help and enhance your thoughts. You've already made the choice and the decision to do so. You've already made the conscious decision to go forth with that job or to go forth with that outfit or to go forth with that relationship. So when someone says, yeah, I think that would be a good thing for you, a good job for you, it's not that you waited for them to say, yes, do it. It's just you're running it by them and say, hey, what do you think? Because I've already decided to do so, but I'm just letting you know, just try to find out what do you think. So I'm going to give you a few tips that you may could use to help self-validate yourself. Now, I have my computer open here, so I will be reflecting back and forth because I typed some things on my document, and I'm going to just go back and forth. So one thing that you can always do is you can, number one, please cry. Yeah, I did a lot of that when I made the transition to leave the school in December. And it took about 5 or 6 days for me to come and settle and realize that, hey, you're really not going back to that job. You're really not getting up at 5:30 a.m. and you're really not going back to teach those students. And once it finally hit me, and once I realized that, hey, I'm now making the conscious decision of doing what I decided to do, which is to progress or which is to try to grow in my public speaking, I got hurt because I'm not getting up going to this normal 9 to 5 anymore. I am now my own boss. I am now preparing to make my own schedule. I am now preparing to do my own thing. So it was okay for me to cry. And you can cry in silence. If you don't mind crying in front of people, feel free to do so. But that was the decision that I made to move forward for something bigger and better for me. But it hurt me because I felt different not getting up and going to work every day. I felt different. But then now that I think about it, I am getting up and going to work every day. I am now my own boss. I am now doing what it is that I love to do, that I want to do. So I cry. I show up for myself. Remember, I had a talk on that last week about showing up for yourself and how to do so. Okay, so number one, remember that it's okay to cry. Number two, another way you can self-validate yourself is to reward yourself. Always tell yourself that you're doing a good job. Always tell yourself that you're worthy. I'm real good with going to buy things. When I feel like that I've done something good for myself and I've accomplished something for myself, I go and buy something. And I go buy things like candles, or I go buy lotions from Bath and Body, or I may go buy me a pair of hoop earrings, or I may go get me a James Avery charm bracelet. I may get me a pair of socks. I may get me a pair of jogging pants. Anything that I'm saying, good job, Michelle. You've done a good job. Didn't need no one else to tell me that I did a good job on something because I've already validated that for myself. Good job, Michelle. So that's number two. Always reward yourself. Another thing you can do is realize that everyone makes mistakes, including you. It's okay to make a mistake. A mistake is a learning tool. A mistake shows you something that you want to make sure that you don't do again. And that's what I used to try to teach my students. When we do work, when we write paragraphs or we create sentences and they make mistakes with word choice or spelling or capitalization, I say, okay, listen, it's not correct. Let me mark it for you. Let me show you. Let me circle it so you'll know next time not to do it again. Thank you, Nanette, for joining. I appreciate you. Hope everything is going well with you and your family. So now we understand that everyone makes mistakes. Another way that you can validate yourself is realize that you're making progress. Where you are today was not where you was yesterday. Where you was yesterday is not where you was last week. Remember that you are making progress. Every day you're growing. Every day you're doing something better. You're doing something different. Realize that every day is a progress. Every day is a process. You are growing. So I think about yesterday. So yesterday, I didn't do a live video at all because my off days are on Mondays where I just plan and just prepare for the rest of the week. So I was off yesterday. But I found myself not doing a whole lot pertaining to preparing for the week. So when I woke up this morning at 7 a.m., I decided that today will be the day that I prepare for the week. That's progress. I grew from yesterday of doing nothing to today of planning. So remember, it's a process and you're making progress. What you did today was not what you did yesterday. And what you did yesterday was not what you did last week. Another thing that you can also make sure you do, trust the way you feel. Trust how you feel. So I made these big grand plans about, moving forward with my decision to leave the district. Okay? And I trust that everything was going to be good. I trust that I was going to rely and utilize my faith, which I am doing that. I am trusting. But everything that I'm feeling in my inner, I can see myself on a TED Talk. I can see myself speaking at graduations. I can see myself speaking at companies. I'm trusting my instincts. Those are the things that I believe. Those are the things that I believe I can see. It can happen with a relationship. I trust that we're going to travel more. I trust that we're going to save money. I can see it. I can feel it. Trust your instincts. Realize that the word self-validation means you are validating everything yourself. You're not looking for everyone to tell you, okay, now save money. Okay, now take the trip. Okay, now jump. Okay, now move. And then you find yourself, once they say it, you find yourself doing it. We want to get out of that. Taking advice and hearing opinions is great. But remember that the ultimate thing is self. You're the one that came up with this choice. You're the one that came up with this move. And it's okay to share things. But remember, don't find yourself getting caught up in when other people tell you to do things. Now, they may be saying, well, I'm just telling you because I don't think that you're ready. But you're not the one that's living this dream. You're not the one that's walking in my shoes. You're not the one that's taking this journey. I don't mind your advice. I don't mind your opinions. But I can't take your opinions and make them my opinions. I can't do that. I won't do that. Never disregard or discount anyone's advice or anyone's opinion. Never do that. Don't do that. Listen to what they have to say. Maybe see if you can apply something of what they say to you, and then you move forward. But if they tell you, don't do it right now, you don't need to do that right now. What you need to do, you need to stop them right there. And you need to help them understand and realize that you're not going to tell me how my life is going to be ran. I am validating myself. I'm giving myself what I want. I'm giving myself what I deserve. Okay? So remember, trust your instincts. And the last thing you have to do, which I find is kind of humorous, you have to like yourself for doing it. You have to like what you are about to do. Which goes back to, you can't listen to what other people tell you to do. Because if you tell me to wear a red dress and I hate red, and I want to wear blue and I decide to wear red, I'm not going to like myself in that red because that red dress wasn't my choice. So you have to like yourself in what you're doing. Make sure you are loving on who you are. Making sure you get up every day and say, girl, I like you today. And what we're going to do today to fulfill our dreams is we're going to go get a pedicure, or we're going to go get a massage, or we're just going to go sit in the park. You have to like yourself enough to invest and to put into yourself, which goes along with self-validating yourself. You have to validate yourself. Remember, advice and opinions are great, but when advice and opinions become your decision, then that's where the problem comes in, because you're no longer doing it for you, you're doing it for them. So think about that today. Think about that as you go throughout your day. Do you self-validate yourself by, do you cry when it actually hurts? Feel the pain, internalize the pain. Do you understand that you make mistakes? Do you understand that there is progress and a process? Do you understand that you need to trust your instincts? And do you understand that you have to like yourself? Think about that. Share these things in the comment section of the video. Like, share my video with other people. There are people who may miss this. There may be people who are out here looking for other people to help them. And help is fine. But there are people out there that are looking for other people to tell them what to do. When do I do it? When do I not do it? When do I stop? When do I go? And we need to be able to validate our own self. We need to be able to say, this is what I want to do. I'm going to, and that's how it's going to be. This was a very, very short live today. Very short live today because I wanted to come in and get with it and get straight to the point. So I want you to remember, we are self-validating ourselves this week. We are validating our choices. We're validating who we are. We're validating what we want to do and where we want to be. I'm always about getting notebooks and journals and lists and things and making notes of things that you should validate. Making notes of things that's making you feel good about you. Thank you, Mr. Kenneth Banks, for joining. Thank you, Miss Nanette Taylor, for joining. And of course, thank you, Miss Ty Lee, for joining and commenting. I love you guys so much. I love that you take the time out to share this moment with me, whether it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45. I really and truly appreciate you. If you get an opportunity, please like, share, and comment on this video. Share this comment. Share it on your page. Tag people who may be struggling with some of the things that we discuss in the video. I love you guys so much. I appreciate your time. And remember, this is your girl, Michelle, of Bold and Beautiful Conversations. Remember, I have a ton of social media platforms that you can follow me on. YouTube, Bold and Beautiful Conversations. You can follow me. I have 2 Instagrams. I have @JazzHunt13, and I also have Bold and Beautiful Conversations. I'm also on TikTok, bold_beautiful_me. I do have a Facebook page, Bold and Beautiful Conversations. And something that I want to put out there real quick, I am starting to work on merchandise that has Bold and Beautiful attached. Bold and Beautiful Conversations attached. I want you all to be a part of my merchandise opportunity once I get them up and running. I'm very excited about what I'm doing. I'm very excited about the direction that I am taking and I'm going. And I would love a nice, healthy, engaging group of supporters that are excited with me. So remember again, we are self-validating ourselves this week. It is about self, and it's about what self wants for self. Remember again, this is your girl, Michelle, of Bold and Beautiful Conversations. You guys have an awesome, awesome, awesome Tuesday. Thanks for joining.